got Marian back.
Mm-hmm.
Clyde was supposed to be here, but he having some health issues, so
Well,
we're gonna let him
feel
rest
better.
up
Right.
and get better, and hopefully he'll be back next week. None of my none of my emergency guests was available. James wasn't available, so it's just we gonna have a one-on-one talk. So first question, little intro question that we usually have. Let me get my drink so I can loosen up.
You put some in there?
I did.
Oh, I didn't see that. I missed that part.
You looked at me while I did it.
Did I? When I'm so absent minded, it's crazy.
Anyway, what what are some or one, if you want to talk about it, near death experiences you had?
Well.
And this might be a quick show, depending on how you answer. Not
Okay.
not with this question, but I'm just saying in general,
Okay.
since it's
Okay.
just two of us.
Near death. Well, I mean, I grew up in the trenches, so it's a lot of near death experiences. I mean, gunshots like right outside or whatever. But
I mean, that's kind of I ain't gonna say that's kind of normal for everybody, but
it's
depen-
common here.
it's common here. But even here, depending on where you stay, it ain't that normal.
Right.
But whatever.
But none of that killed me.
Right.
I survived all of that. My closest experience to death was the birth of my son King.
Put it. My
Sorry.
You can pull it towards you. You don't have to lean forward. Yeah, pull
Now it's not a good time. Okay.
it. No, see, you're doing a lot. Just because it's gonna come to you. Just pull.
I did pull.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I learn something new every day. But yeah.
Love to see it.
So my closest death experience was with the birth of my child King. So first of all, we know that women experience near death situations anyway whenever they give to children, whenever they give birth to children. So
Right.
that's why they deserve the utmost respect and blase blase. I ain't gonna get into all that right now, but the point is, so King was premature. He was 3 months early. It was not planned. So before conceiving King, I had a surgery, like a serious surgery. And so later down the line, had been a while, so me and his father decided to have intercourse. We was not planning, but when your mind not thinking about it,
Yeah.
because I was not supposed to be pregnant after the surgery. It was supposed to be like years before I tried to get pregnant.
Mhm.
So
So how long after the surgery was this?
probably I had to heal. It took like 6 weeks, so probably like 6 weeks after I ended up conceiving him. Yeah, and it was the surgery is called an umbilical hernia.
Mhm.
So that's my abdomen. So
Okay.
I was slit down the middle. So yeah, it was intense. So the way it was set up, it was like y'all need to know my health issues, but when during the birth of my first child, he was too big for my body. So it was a lot of pushing, which caused a hernia.
Mhm.
So when I got that repaired, I had to be cut down the middle. It was like, I guess a lot of packing in. They use like mesh and stuff. I'm not sure what they use, but they push it back in and then it heals and, it stays. So it's like hernia is when the tissue comes out of the muscle.
Mhm.
So for the abdomen muscles, the hernia was coming out. So it's like, you know how those kids have those big old navels? That's a hernia.
I mean, I know what a hernia is.
Oh.
As an athlete,
But
I've been
hey,
around.
some of your viewers may not have
Oh, no.
known. And
I'm
they like,
sure.
What's that? So there y'all go.
I'm sure.
Educational moment on what a hernia is.
Right.
So
We all about education on this show.
Exactly. So the hernia repair was abdomen. So following that surgery, when I was able to do what I was supposed to do, we had done what we did and conceived my second son.
Mhm.
And he was not supposed to be in there. So at 29 weeks, my sac just ruptured. I was not aware of it. It was probably 2 days later when out of nowhere I had a fever. It was like 104, 105. My baby was not moving. It was like, okay, something's not right. So I called my best friend and she came and scooped me up and we went in and we were like in the nick of time.
Mhm.
Like he was almost gone. And so he was taking me with him because we both had infections in our bloodstream. Because the thing about it is, when my sac ruptured, I did not know. So I still went on by my day, using the restroom, taking baths. All of that was bad because there was bacteria getting inside of my body. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we both had just high fevers. They had to run antibiotics through us. Like, we was just almost gone. Like, he couldn't even, it was hard for me to even get him out of me because it was tearing me up as well.
Right.
And so I had a fever, wasn't feeling, it was like the flu on steroids. It was like bad. Like your body just, I don't know.
So how much of a risk was it for you as far as like what it would have done to you to get him out?
That part really wasn't a risk. It was just like the urgency of it.
Mm-hmm. So it was more like if we don't get him out.
Right. If he didn't come out, he was going to go.
Right.
And he very well could have took me with him. Mm-hmm. Because he was the problem. Like, he was what was upsetting my body. So he was not a problem. But you get what I'm saying. He was throwing it off. He was upsetting it. And so, with however the sac ruptured or whatever, with that, the bacteria got into not only his bloodstream, but mine too as his carrier. So it was like, they had to get him out or he would die. I probably would have survived. Mm. Without him. Even if he hadn't, I probably would have. But I was literally like weak, like almost gone. So it was like very important that they got the antibiotics in both of our bodies. That was really the big ordeal. Gotcha. So we had to get antibiotics through an IV.
Gotcha.
And it just had to run through our bloodstream. So yeah, but he had to come out in order to get that, and I had to get it too. And so probably an hour longer. Yeah, I probably would have been like in a coma somewhere. Like, it was bad. So.
Well, we're definitely glad it didn't get to that.
Right. The Lord loves me.
Of course. Is that the only one you wanna talk about?
That was the only time I almost died.
Oh, okay.
I drive dangerous every day and nothing ever happens.
Well, the reason I asked is because, and I don't know if it's just bad luck or whatever, but I've had a few
near-death experiences.
Yeah. Well, one near death, but a few where it was like I was an inch or two away from it being some shit. So the near death one, I almost drowned when I was like 8 or 9. So I was my grandparents got a pool, and this was right.
Have. Go ahead. My grandparents have a pool.
Ain't that what I said?
No, you said God.
Okay.
It's not my grandparents got a pool. My grandparents
at one point they got it, and now they have it.
Okay, but at the particular point that you're talking about, they have it.
Well, at the
way that
have is now. At that time, they had it,
but they still have it. Correct?
They do.
Okay, so my grandparents have a pool.
So for you to have something, you have to get it, right?
Right, but you can't.
We're not about to get into that.
It's not grammatically correct to say I got it.
You're getting us off topic.
I got.
You're getting us off topic. My grandparents got a pool.
Have.
And about 8, I learned.
His grandparents have a pool. Go ahead.
I learned how to swim like for real, like at 9. So this was either right before I learned or right after. Also, I got hit by a car when I was 8. So this wasn't too long. This maybe years after.
That was not your year.
So I'm in the pool, and they pool go from like 3 or 4 feet to like 8.5, something like that. So of course, in the pool, not necessarily big, so that drop off is steep. So I'm right there, like in the middle, on the edge of right before it get deep, and I slip, and I'm splashing around, sucking in water, all of that, and my granddad is out there working on something. So I'm looking at him. At least this is how I remember it. I'm looking at him, trying to see if he can see me or if he gonna help me, but he wasn't moving. So I'm like, all right, something happened. But somehow in my mind, I thought, just go underwater and swim to the shallow end. So my last little effort, I took a deep breath and swam back. So then when I come up, I'm coughing and, all of that. And I asked, I was like, you wasn't going to help me? He was like, you'd have been all right. I was like, well, damn.
Woo.
But I tell people, and I tell myself, me and death are always kind of in arm's reach of each other, because it's always something where like if it was just a little bit, you know, closer, or if it was just a little bit later, it'd have been a wrap. I was on a bus that almost got hit by a train. Uh, being around people that shooting,
Right.
like you said, growing up, in that area. Uh, yeah.
I ain't never just been right like getting up.
Nah, me neither. But
It's
like I
maybe
remember,
outside, I'm in the house, but
even
pretty
like
close,
how people be shooting shooting gun stuff like on 4th of July.
which
I'm,
is dumb. But go ahead.
I'm at my grandma's house, and people doing what they doing, and she got the little like the metal awning that go over the porch, and maybe 2 or 3 times bullets coming down hitting the porch. Luckily, they wasn't coming fast enough to get through. But,
Right.
ain't no
That's
telling
why
what could have happened.
people are dumb. Like, why shoot in the air? That doesn't make sense. What goes up must come down. We learned that in elementary science. So come
Yeah.
on, guys. It's called gravity. But
It is called gravity.
is it Newton's law of gravity? We ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, if you
It's
shoot
it's
guns
one
on
of
the
his
4th of
laws.
July, you're supposed to shoot it in the ground. You're not supposed to shoot it in the air. That's just for y'all. Shoot them in the ground, or don't shoot it out.
Or don't shoot
Buy
it out.
some
Just get
firecrackers.
right. Just get some
Why
fireworks.
even
Fireworks
waste
cost
those bullets?
less than bullets.
Right, bullets are expensive.
And if you really want to shoot your gun, buy some blanks.
right,
Because all you want is the noise. So buy some blanks. But
and just the feel of it, I get
Yeah.
it, but at the same time, it's really just not safe.
maybe I'm stupid. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe,
I'm a national champion, but whatever. Let me see. Is that was that my only one? What's the only one I can remember? That was important at least. But yeah, hit by a car, drowned, had an accident when I was 17.
I mean, how did you get hit by a car? Was the car going like really fast?
So when I was little, like me and all my friends on my grandma's street, we would just like I had a scooter, they had bikes, because I didn't like my bike. We would just ride them down the street. So I'm on my scooter in like the front of the group, and I'm looking back talking to one of my friends, and she telling me to turn around. So I turn around, it's a car right there. So I'm not like dead on with the car, I'm like off to the side, but I'm trying to turn real quick, and when you turn one way, you lean the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically leaned into it, and it hit my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I remember being flipped over. Like I flipped in the air.
Mm.
So
What did you break?
I ain't break nothing.
Mm.
It just bruised my leg. It hurt like hell. But cause I vividly remember laying there, looking up at the sky, and I was smiling because I was like, damn, I just got hit by a car. But as soon as I got up and that pain hit,
You were smiling.
I was like, I guess that just adrenaline. But when I got up and that pain hit, it was a wrap.
Mm.
So I got back on my scooter, and I scooted over to my grandma's driveway. The dude who drove the car, he went and told my grandma what happened. And like my friends' grandparents came out, and everybody was checking on, but I was straight. It wasn't nothing but a bruise. Luckily.
At least he stopped.
Yeah, well he hit me and then crashed softly into a van. Like he just hit the brakes and just kind of bumped into it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he was a real nigga about it. He didn't, wasn't no hit and run
That's
type
good,
shit.
right?
But
some people hit you and keep going.
exactly. But that's another situation where if I was maybe a couple feet over,
Right.
it could have been even worse.
Could have hit the wrong thing.
Could have hit the wrong thing. Could have instead of hitting me and bumping me off to the side, he could have completely ran over me. So you just never know. He had a little car, so it would have been a wrap anyway.
Right.
But yeah. So we're gonna get into it. Dababy gets dropped from Lollapalooza, and at this point, I don't know how many other festivals.
Yeah.
Because of his remarks that we talked about last week. So just initially on that. Well, no, you said I said some invalid stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I feel like it was invalid because a lot of people are saying that a lot of people are so offended by it because they believe that he was saying that the HIV/AIDS was related to the homosexuality. However, I think those were two separate comments. Both of them were uncalled for, rude, assholey, but it was just unnecessary. But I just really want people to, well, I guess I can't really clarify it for him, but as one of the people who were upset with him, I want to say I didn't think he was calling HIV a homosexuality disease or he was grouping it together. I just thought both of them were ignorant comments to make.
I agree.
Separate comments, but both ignorant comments.
Right.
Like, I personally like Dababy. Still like him. I don't dislike him because of the comment. I thought it was a bad move. I really did. Not just publicity, because, I mean, if you are a celebrity, of course you're going to be held to a certain standard. They're going to be certain, like, stuff is going to be harsher on you. You know that because you're in the public's eye. So I do think it was a dumb move. And I also think that the comments were ignorant. Mm-hmm. They were ignorant. And when you get on a platform, you don't say ignorant stuff like that, especially the HIV/AIDS comment. That was very ignorant.
I agree.
So it was just, yeah. I don't really feel like he should be canceled from everything. I don't. But I also feel like the way he is going about it is what's really leading to the cancellations. Because he's not really
apologizing.
Remorseful about it. He doesn't seem, remorseful. I mean, he made his comments or whatever that you want to label as an apology, but it really wasn't an apology. Yeah. And
he didn't say I'm sorry for what I did. He basically said I'm sorry for how you felt about it.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I respect him more if he'd just be like, it was wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing something wrong. We're human. However, you do have to take the accountability for that. Like, okay, I see why that was an issue. Like, Yeah. You don't even really got to issue apologies to be like, okay, I'm aware now. Like, I see why that was an issue. Mm-hmm. Like, because it was. And I feel like even though as a celebrity, like, yeah, people say stuff all the time. DJs say stuff all the time. Oh, well. But I also feel like we were here for you as your fans, and you disrespected us. That was uncalled. I mean, I wasn't there personally. You disrespect me. I don't care. But I care, but it wasn't towards me. But I just feel like, it was just like, that's just rude. If all these people come here to see me and celebrate my music because they love my artistry, and I sit up there and I make comments that could offend them and be disrespectful to them, especially ignorance, like, that's messed up altogether.
Well, I'm not trying to defend them, but I'm just trying to give some type of reason to maybe why he did it. A lot of rappers, Dababy included, I feel like they promote this idea of being a real nigga, and to a lot of people equate being a real nigga to being a real man, and whether you claim to be either of those, that's things like sucking the dick in the parking lot and all that stuff he was saying. Those are things that don't equate to being a real nigga or a real man.
Who says that though? Who is to say that?
Society says
that. So I'm not a real man because I'm gay?
To a lot of people, yeah.
No, I disagree. I know gay men who have more heart than men, straight men.
We both do, but in the eyes
I've seen some great homosexual people, some great leaders, some great parents like that are homosexual. Like, they can't help what they like. As long as it's not a child or nothing like that, I'm fine with it. Right. If you like dick, that's you.
That's true. But if society says this is what, because we talked about it a few episodes ago. If society deems that these certain qualities make you a real man or a real nigga or whatever, then anything outside of that, you're not fucking with. So if society says that being gay or having, I guess you can't really control AIDS outside.
And that's not even related to homosexuality. Yeah. That's a sexual transmitted disease.
Exactly.
So that has to do with sex, and we all have sex. So that's a everybody disease, and you can't die from it in 2 to 3 weeks. So that was ignorant. And some people were actually born with AIDS. You got people who couldn't help what their mama had when they came out of her vagina. So they were actually born with AIDS and have to live with it. They still have to be on that medication. They still have to deal with it. So I think that that's a very, out of everything, the dick sucking in the parking lot probably would have not been so offensive had he not came with the next comment. It was like somebody pushing me and then somebody stealing on me. Like, those are two different things. It was like, okay, a push, all right, whatever. But then, like, if you just uppercut me, just rap me in the face, that was intense. So it was like the push was nothing. But when you went to the HIV/AIDS comment, that was too far. Like, because that was just dumb
and
offensive and rude.
And I agree with all that.
So,
but even though I agree with all that,
being a real man means offending the people who came here to see you, your fans,
offending
people who have done nothing to you. That can't be a real nigga.
It don't mean purposely
or a
offending.
real man.
It don't mean purposely offending.
He purposely offended because you knew what you was going to say before you said it. That's why your mamas told you to think about it before you do it. Think about it before you say it. Like, because once you say something, it can't be unsaid.
You're right. Let me finish my point.
Okay, finish.
Because now I got multiple. So to finish my initial point.
I'm sorry.
Although all that stuff you said is true, if this the idea that you're promoting, then you're going to feel about it how you feel about it. 2, I don't think he said it to offend these different people. I think he said it to promote, again, his idea of what a real nigga is. And in spite of who he may offend. Now, I'm sure he was like, because like a lot of people, and this is another thing going back to being a man, you gonna say how you feel and you gonna take what come with it. That's part of it. So I think that's kind of the idea he had behind it, and he thought that it may not. Of course, some people get offended, but it may not blow up like it did. Now that it has, you just got to take what come with it. But that's just why I'm not defending what he said. Mm-hmm. I'm just giving maybe an idea of why he said it.
Okay, respectfully. However, I feel like if you're portraying this image of this, real nigga, and that's who you got to be, so you got to do certain things in front of your, consumers and your customers, whatever. I feel like that's not really being a real nigga. Because at the end of the day, if I have to do something just because it's going to please you or it's going to make me appeal a certain way to you, then that's not me being authentically myself. Like, I just feel like however he feels towards gay people, however he feels towards sexually transmitted diseases such as AIDS and HIV, that's on him. Mm-hmm. But I don't think people have they don't need to be disrespected and, outcasted due to those things. Mm-hmm. Like, regardless if I agree with it or not, I don't feel like I have to point at people like, oh, you gay, you suck dick in the parking lot. I don't have to do that. I don't do it. So it shouldn't bother anybody. Like, if you're not gay, gay men shouldn't bother you. Yeah. That's honestly how I feel. Like, it just does, it shouldn't get under your skin. You shouldn't even have made a comment about it at all. You shouldn't have said anything. You should have been like, y'all here to have a good time. Y'all wouldn't got your hair did, put your lighters up. Like, you could have said so many other things. Yeah. Especially the HIV comment. I think that's what really just...
That's really what set you off.
It really just set me off. Like, it did. Because it's like, what?
You could have kept that one to yourself.
You could have kept that one to yourself. Yeah. Like, I don't think people ask to be born with it. People didn't ask to deal with it. Some people literally take their lives because they have HIV. Yeah. Like, I worked with AmeriCorps for a few years. And one of the organizations was My Brother's Keeper. And you don't really know. And they deal with, transitioning.
R.I.P. Mr. Cologne.
They deal with transitioning, things like that. HIV, it's any type of STD is really testing. That's for male and female. They really just, they opened a clinic up and everything. Like, they really just, they're more geared, towards the LGBTQ plus community. Mm. However, they're really for everybody. But a lot of people go there, and when you hear their stories and hear the things that they go through, it's uncalled for. Yeah. Like, it's a form of bullying. I know you may not agree with gay people. You may not be gay. Okay. However, you don't have to go pick on them. You don't have to go call them out. And I feel that way about preachers, too. Because somebody brought that point up as well. That's like, oh, the preacher do it. People in church do it. Y'all don't say none of them. I do. I have this thing about speaking up for people when I don't feel like they speak up for themselves. That's why stuff be bothering me. Yeah. So I'm like, I just don't feel like you gotta call people out. I don't care what you are. You a real nigga, you a Christian, you whoever you are, that's cool. At the end of the day, you should respect everybody. And if you are this so-called Christian and godly person, then you know that the highest commandment is to love your neighbor like yourself. So whether my neighbor likes sucking dick in the car, whether my neighbor has HIV or AIDS, regardless, it's not going to kill them in 2 or 3 weeks anyway. But regardless of that, I'm still supposed to love them. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go out of my way to make you feel less than or inadequate or anything like that. And that's kind of what he did. I feel like that comment was just uncalled for. And whenever you do something or say something that's uncalled for like that, I feel like you going out your way to hurt other people. That's just how I feel, because you knew that everybody was not going to like that. You knew specifically the people that was sucking dick in the car was going to have a problem with it. And you said it still. You knew people who actually battling HIV and AIDS, whether it be man, woman, children. You knew, but you still did. And I'm going to stop talking about it. But the point is, it was too much. I feel like you went out your way to disrespect those people. And that's a big deal. It is to me. Like, the real nigga I saw who taught the children a lesson, I'm okay with that real nigga. Mm-hmm. I feel like that was a great thing to do. Like, because they did try to get over on him. That was uncalled for. And I feel like exactly how he responded to that, that was a real nigga. Or a real man, as you know. Yeah. I think he more so want to be a real nigga, because I feel like a real man and a real nigga, two different things. But that's just my opinion. I agree. But anyway.
But so, a lot of people put them together.
Yeah, a lot of people do, but I feel like that was real. Yeah. That was your authentic self. And you got, I already like his music anyway. I'm still going to listen to it. So, I really am. But I just feel like that was just uncalled for. So, I feel like the best thing for him to do now is just really, maybe he need to educate himself on AIDS and HIV. Maybe he need to do a little, advocacy, a little campaign or whatever, But most importantly, he just needs to acknowledge that what he said was inadequate and it was ignorant. So I really don't care about the sucking dick in the parking lot. Because if I'm gay and I'm sucking dick in the parking lot, oh well, it doesn't matter. That part don't matter.
So did you see
it was still uncalled for though?
Did you see what DJ Academic said about it?
Nope.
You know who he is though?
Nope.
He was on well, apparently he's a DJ, but he was on, was it Everyday Struggle with Joe Budden, I think. I want to say he was on there with Joe Budden, or he was on some show that was hot, but then a lot of people be clowning him. So I'm not gonna get to it. So anyway, he said, it's weird how the festivals are putting out these elaborate statements about how much they care about humanity.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. That's my sleep alarm.
About humanity. And because of that, they can't have a baby in their show, for what he said. Yet 90% of the artists they book, music is about drugs and murder, and it's totally fine to them. And he also said these companies got to choose whether they're prioritizing the art or morality, because they all seem like hypocrites when they try to get on the high horse canceling artists. Hip-hop is a genre filled with imperfect individuals telling stories. Why even fuck with it if you want saints?
I received it. I agree. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like the problem. I feel like that was different, though. I feel like that was different. Like, I feel like if DaBaby had said that same statement in his rap, he would have got the same backlash. Like, how many people have said something as ignorant as that in their rap?
In their music?
Yeah, I'm speaking on something as, what's the word? Something as detrimental as HIV and AIDS. I don't really, they probably saw, they probably said something like mama had, this, or mama did drugs or something like that, or baby girl had AIDS, or one of my favorite songs by Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby, realest song ever. He spoke about a lot of real things in the hood and in that environment, and that was great, but he never said anything to that extent. They say, inappropriate stuff about sex and guns all the time, but I think that these are two different issues. Like, I just feel like it's, let me see how to word this.
Well, if your company or your festival is
Mm-hmm.
promoting good music, positivity, all of that, and then you come on stage and you talking about selling drugs and killing and all this other shit, that's not. It may be good music depending on who it is, but it's not positive.
Right.
Just like if you go up
But
there
his
and you
comment
say,
wasn't. It was negative. A lot of rap music is negative, but it was also ignorant.
yeah, it's a lot of ignorant stuff in rap too.
I guess, but I really just
But
see that comment on a different level. Like,
okay,
I just, of course, they can talk about other stuff in raps, but I really feel like that was just.
well,
I mean, it was like a direct.
yeah,
It was directly to the people in the audience. It wasn't this general statement. And even if it was just not appropriate. I agree with what he says. Like, rap music does promote, like, well, I won't say it promotes it, but it does illustrate
yeah.
a lot of violence and, just negative stuff, like no new friends. I mean, why don't you want new friends?
That's the negative stuff.
So,
Not getting new friends
it's
is the negative
okay.
stuff.
New friends are okay. Like, you have to be around new people because you got to get out of your comfort zone, and then like you got to get to know people. And some of those people may be on different levels than you, and you learn from them. But that's neither here nor there. I think that's a negative connotation that Drake put out. Like, don't say no new friends. That's not. You don't want me to be friendly. You don't want me to social. You don't want me to network. You don't want me to socialize. No.
I don't think that's the negativity that DJ Academics is talking
I
about.
understand, but that came to mind when I thought of negativity for some odd reason. But no, yeah, like just shoot niggas in the head. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah,
That's bad. And we promote it. Yeah, we listen to it. We love it.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. This wasn't a rap song that he said something in. This was him interacting with his audience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you interact with your audience, you just read the room and stuff like that. You really got to know the people out there. And
so do you think this is one of them situations where they say if you sing it or if you rap it, you can get away with it?
probably so. Had he hit that, I mean, had he said that, it still would have been ignorant to me. But shit, we probably wouldn't even notice it. But had he said that, it had a few bars behind it. I had a few bars behind it. Nice ass quotes around it. Like, it probably wouldn't have blown up as much as it did. But I feel like this was directly to my audience, the people that's here with me. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. And the DJ did not make it any better.
Yeah, nah.
The DJ definitely was an instigator. He did not make it any better. It was like,
all he had to do was play a couple gunshots or some air horns or something. He'd have been fine. He egging it on.
But like I said, the sucking dick in the parking lot comment really wasn't. It's harsh. That didn't bother me. But the HIV/AIDS comment did, and I think that's pretty much what all of the companies and organizations. I think that's what their bigger issue is. Like, because when we think of like just health issues, social issues that we're dealing with, HIV and AIDS is one of those. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like that miseducation of that's a bigger issue.
I think the companies, or a lot of the companies, are kind of how we talked before we started. They are part of the group that's putting them both together.
Yeah,
which is making it even bigger.
So, yeah, I mean, when you put HIV and AIDS with homosexuality, that's way harsher. Now it's a gay disease. Oh my God, the baby said it's a gay disease. No, he did not say that, and that's what's wrong with people. What is it called? The telephone game. Mm-hmm. Like, you just hear something and you like. It starts here, but by the time it gets there, it's something totally different. That's what's going on. Yeah. Like, you really got to actually listen to it yourself and hear what he said. And I think that comment was really just out of pocket. Yeah. Just, nobody should say that. No, like, no one. I feel like that's just something that was just too far. But if we want to address, I mean, all the gang violence and killing and, sexual acts and all of that, yeah, that's an issue too. That's a huge issue, not just in his music, but in music altogether. Like, I feel like to be a lyricist, to be a poet, to be a rapper, you don't have to talk about that all the time. Listen, I get it. That's where you came from. That's what you know. Cool. Where you going from there? Like, it's okay to talk about it. It's okay. Like, it's okay to express yourself through it. But every song should not be about, I fucked this bitch, I shot that nigga, I sold some dope.
Yeah.
to fucking do. Like, it doesn't. I don't know.
Well,
I like rap that has meaning. So
right. We gonna
I like some ratchet rap too, but that's not the point. That's just for ratchet moments.
of course.
Overall, rap music with meaning.
Of course. But we gonna move on to a lighter subject. We hope that. Oh, I'm tripping. I got one more question. Can this be fixed, or how can this be fixed?
It can be fixed. It's already fixed to me. I still listen to him. I
You
still
do,
play Levitate, and I wait for the baby part, and I still play it. So,
What's your favorite song by him?
We're Human. Oh, what's the one? Dang, I don't know. He said something that was just so catchy to me. Why you have to put me on the spot like that? Hold on, let me go to Apple Music.
Mine is nasty.
Don't say it, cause I don't want you to. Nah, that ain't it. It's something. It was. It's like you gonna die if you not like a die like that. It was like I'm gonna find it. Toes. That's what I think it's toes. That's what. Let me see.
I fuck it.
So cold, I think I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that song.
That's my
I like that song.
second favorite.
I really like that song.
So we gonna move
he's
on.
a cold artist, so he can rap. He's very talented. So that's why I think it can be rectified. But he has to actually understand what he did wrong. Because if he don't understand it, he not really gonna feel no way about it. There'll be no conviction.
Might do it again.
Exactly. There'll be no remorse.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they going a little harsh on him. I mean, y'all gotta drop him from everything. Like, we don't have to just, I don't know, just educate him, help him.
Yeah.
Because as you mentioned, and I probably think that's what you should have said, but I'm not gonna tell you what you should have said. But what you should have said was, I
heard what she just said. Go ahead.
Being taught how to be this real nigga is the issue. Because in his mind, that's what a real nigga is. That's what a real nigga does. I ain't with that gay shit. I ain't with the STD shit. Like, I mean, but that part, you get STD no matter who you are, because sex,
like I said,
you risk it. But anyway,
we talked about it.
So in his mind, if that's what's cool, maybe he don't really understand what he said. That's just like with children. I deal with children. So children say stuff all the time because, that stuff that their mom or dad or somebody around them has instilled in them and don't even know what the heck they're saying. And it's like, what? Like, even when children listen to rap music and they running around there saying what they saying, it's like, do you even know what that song means? Do you know what it's talking about? So I feel like for him, maybe I don't really understand where I went wrong. Maybe I don't understand. It's not an issue to me because where I'm from, this is okay to say. This is okay to do. I equate this with being a real nigga. That's what I was taught to be. So maybe, that's the bigger picture because, like, when I think about it, I think you just taught me something, but don't tell nobody. But when I think about it, the more we talk about it, it kind of just, it went there. Like, you got to think about it outside of what he said and actually think about him. And sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to see people for people and not seeing people for the problem or the issue or what they did. So I feel like who he is something that we have to work with. We liked him before then.
Yeah.
We was okay with him then. So when he messed up, we just got to be like, okay, well, this is why it was an issue. Yeah. Like, I can't just tell a child, oh, don't do that. That's wrong. That's bad. I need to tell you why it's wrong. I need to tell you why it's bad. And no, he's not a child. However, if I'm programmed to think a certain way, to think a certain way or, act a certain way, then maybe that's the real underlying issue here.
Yeah. So
maybe just because we counsel him, that's like punishing a child without really explaining to them and educating them on what they did wrong. Like, yeah, we just gonna counsel him out. But if I don't really know what I did wrong, I'm not gonna apologize for it. I'm not gonna feel bad for it. And like you said, I may do it again.
Well, we hope that he don't and that he learns from this and gets educated on everything. And
yeah, he definitely need to get educated on HIV and AIDS. So for real,
wishing all the best for him. So our first sponsor is Simone Biles, mainly because she chose mental health over the Olympics, and still came back and won the bronze. So, Black Girl Magic, you love to see it.
Definitely.
So now we getting into dating.
That was a mix.
Yeah.
Baby, Simone.
Yeah, no,
Baby.
that was just, because that the baby topic just kind of a
hot topic.
add on from last
Yeah.
week.
And
Because
I
it was
wasn't
more
here, so I did
developments.
definitely want to say something about it. So
Right.
thank you for that platform.
It only took 30 minutes. So do women want too much when it comes to dating?
Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about what they want. What do you feel like they want when it comes to that you feel like it's too much?
I'm just asking a general question.
I bet it's too general. How am I supposed to answer a question like that?
I mean, you're a woman. Do you feel like you want too much when it comes to dating? Do you feel
No.
like other women that you see, that you be around, or maybe you see on social media, that they asking for too much when it comes to
First of
certain
all,
things?
everything I see on social media is not real, so I can't
course.
judge them off of that. However, no, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think they want too much.
Okay. So our first question, because the reason I brought this up is because I saw 3 tweets
Mm-hmm.
that kind of put this thought in my head. The first one said, let me make sure I find it so I quote it correctly.
Right. We don't like to put words in people's mouth.
Exactly.
Say it like they said it.
Say it like they said it. Monic TB on Twitter said, I personally think if you're taking a girl out on a date, you should buy her outfit.
I saw that. I did see that. That's stupid. Oh, what? That's stupid. That's just dumb. That was just something for just to be shared and go viral. She didn't mean it. That's stupid.
You sure?
Yes, that is stupid.
No, not I agree it's stupid, but I'm saying you don't think
That's
she
stupid.
really
like if
believe
McDonald's.
that?
I mean, I don't know why. Probably because we just ate McDonald's. If McDonald's want me to come to a job interview, should I tell them they need to buy the attire they want me to wear? That doesn't make sense. Like when you're going on a date, ultimately, I don't know how some people look at it, but I'm auditioning for a position in your life.
And
I'm
vice
applying,
versa.
exactly. I'm applying for a role in your life.
Right.
So that's just like me going to a job interview and be like, hey, well, since y'all call me for the job interview, can y'all pick out what y'all want me to wear and pay for it? No. I don't understand. I don't even know how to answer it because I feel like it's so stupid that I shouldn't even have to address it. Like, it's stupid. Like, what?
Now, it got at the moment that I screenshot this, it was at over 6,000 likes, almost 4,000 retweets.
So the people are
and
agreeing with this.
we can assume, and over 1,500 comments.
Mm.
Now the comments, I'm sure it was a good
Yeah.
mix, but the likes, I'm sure a lot of people was like,
I like this.
yeah,
This is a great idea. Let's make men pay for our date outfits. Why the freak? First of all, as women, we want to be treated as equals, right? So let's look at this from our standpoint. Like, let's look at this from our standpoint. So I technically don't want to be treated as an equal. We could do like a 70-30. Well, I don't want to say as an equal. Because I want you to pay majority of the bills. I'll pay some. Like, I still want you to take out the trash and stuff like that. Like, we got to split all those roles. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, what was I about to say? I lost my thought.
some women want to be treated as equal.
Oh, yeah. So, some women want to be treated as equal. Okay, so let's look at that from that standpoint.
Okay.
If you're taking a man out, you want to pay for his outfit as well?
But a lot of women will be like, I'm not going to take a man out. He taking me out.
Well, when you're dating, I think it's fair game for you both to take each other out. I've dated people before. They paid for the first date. The next day, I may take them out. Of course, I'm not going to take them somewhere expensive if they took me, duh. But
see, a lot of women wouldn't take
I'm going to take them out. I have no
anywhere.
issue with it. Like,
a lot of women wouldn't take a man to do free shit. Because the man's supposed to have a plan and all that other shit.
Not when you're dating. Nah, when you my husband, yeah, that's different. When you my boyfriend, yeah, that's different. But when I'm dating, it's fair game. Like, we both getting to know each other, and I think we got to invest the right amount. Like, I don't want to date you for a few weeks, and I done sat up here and did all this shit for you, and we didn't even get to a relationship. We didn't work out, and vice versa. So I feel like if we both put in the same amount, we walk away with the same thing. I pay for dates, you pay for dates. I plan stuff, you plan stuff. Like,
and see, I'm kind of the opposite because I feel like once we do decide to get together, then that's when it would be I guess, easier for the woman to take me out or do some stuff for me.
Mhm.
Because now you, like, at least on some level, you actually know me, you know what I like, you know my interests and stuff. So you would have more reason, I guess, or more. You have a better chance of me like, okay, well, I'm gonna take him to do some stuff he like. Or I'm gonna take him to this store because I know he liked to shop here or whatever. So I feel like that would come easier when you're in a relationship or when you're
Yeah.
married, as opposed to when you're dating.
I don't. Nah, when I'm in a relationship or when I'm married, yeah, it's pretty much on him, majority of him. Like, all right, you got me, keep me. That's just the point. But when we're dating, I think we both coming
wouldn't
in
he
trying
say
to
the
get.
same to you?
Yeah, and if I had a husband or a boyfriend, I would still do the same thing I did when I was dating you.
So based off what you said before, though, that it seems like that would change.
Listen, the point is,
I'm just trying to figure out your
I
position on
mean,
it.
when we're in a relationship, I am going to expect more out of him. Like, that's different.
Right.
But I just feel like when we're dating, I don't want to. I'm not gonna put that much pressure on you. Like, that's not fair. Like, I feel like we both trying to get to know each other.
Right.
If I agreed to that date, if I agreed to those dates, it wasn't just you pursuing me. Like, you just taking me out to show me what you bring to the table. Like, I actually genuinely have interest in you as well.
Right.
So we're going to take each other out. We're going to get to know each other. Like, me personally, I may not even spend any money. I may say, hey, come to the reservoir. Let's do a picnic or something like that. Hey, let's go watch a movie or something. Like, I may not spend any money. He may.
Mm-hmm.
I may not. However, I'm still going to put forth the same effort and energy that he's putting forth. So, no, I'm not going to make him pay for my outfits and stuff like that. That's too far.
And I agree with putting forth the same effort, but if you putting forth that effort while y'all dating, why you can't put forth that effort in the relationship? Why are you expecting more out of him?
Once I get to the relationship, I don't know. Let's call it comfort. Because, yeah, I mean.
Because, I mean, you saying you got me, keep me, but he like, well, shit, I got you. And we got each other.
That's
but
true.
I'm still doing the stuff that I did.
I'm still going to do stuff in the relationship. I'm not saying that I'm just going to stop doing stuff. But I feel like, now that you're my man,
right,
you're going to ultimately take the lead. Because that is how, like I said, I don't think that we equals.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you're the leader. I think the respect is mutual. But you're more so the leader than me. You're the driver. I'm the passenger. I compliment you. I assist you. Like, you're not just going to come up with ideas and dictate me. No. But we're going to, converse it. And I'm going to converse about it. And I'm going to, let you take the lead on it. I believe in it.
Right.
I believe in men having, I don't know. I feel like if he's going to be my protector and my provider, he has to be in a leadership position to do that.
But I guess what caught my attention out of what you said is I'm going to expect more out of you. But
I am. Like, your role has changed. Your position has changed. Your requirements are.
Exactly. So just like you expect more out of him, he's going to expect more out of you.
I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing.
But that's not more. That's plateauing.
I'll take you on more days then. First of all, me allowing you to be a leader is more. Me allowing you to have a say-so is more. Like, first of all, I think that's a huge deal. I really do. Because I don't listen to anyone. Why should I? So, if I make you my man, then yeah, you're the leader.
So, and I guess this is just going back to you saying that it's not an equal thing. Once he's in your life in that position, you giving him those responsibilities is, in your mind, you doing more?
Yes.
How?
Yeah, I mean, because I'm putting you in this position of basically just trust. Like, seriously, if I let you have a say in my life, my finances, things like that, that's trust. That's a whole nother level. I really feel like that. And when you're in a relationship with a man, naturally, like, even though sometimes we don't want to give up that power, naturally, men want to lead. Of course, I'm a leader. I can be a leader at work. I can be a leader with my children. I can go be a leader somewhere else. But in the household, I still feel like the man should lead the household. He is the head of the household. So even in that relationship, I'm going to start giving you some of those responsibilities. I feel like when you in a marriage, it's way more than. But when you're in a relationship, I'm gonna start giving you a taste of that, so that we can see first of all how you gonna handle it. Can you handle it? And if we can move to marriage, because it's levels,
right?
So
and we're gonna get to that.
I feel like I am doing more by putting you in this position. If that makes sense, like to me, it makes sense. I don't know why it don't make sense to you.
Well, see, I guess maybe we're looking at it two different ways. Because when I'm thinking more, I'm thinking, like you said, in the dating part, we're both putting in a certain level of effort. But then once we get to the next stage, you're expecting him to put in more effort. But you stay at your same level.
I'm still gonna put in effort, but
not saying that you was gonna go down in effort, but the level that you was at, you're not gonna go up. You just gonna maintain that. I get the way you said that's how it hit my ears.
I have things that I'm bringing to the table. I have things that I'm complimenting him on, but as a leader, I need to know if you can be a leader. So I'm not gonna require when I'm dating you. We get to know each other, so I can't hit you with those responsibilities and requirements yet. But when we're in a relationship, yes, I need a sample, so I need to see. So yes, it's gonna increase. I need to see what you're working with. I need to see. Okay,
I got you.
Is he a leader? Can he handle this? Will he be able to maintain his household? Like, can I trust him with those responsibilities? And then we should, matriculate to marriage.
And I agree with that. So
what is it that you're not agreeing with?
You're expecting these things out of him. You're testing to see what can he handle and blah, blah, blah. And, of course, he's going to be, or he should be, kind of giving you some of those same tests if he's looking to get to marriage. And you have no problem with doing whatever is, if that's somebody you want to be with.
Yeah, I have no problem with it. Like,
okay.
I've been in relationships where, there are certain requirements, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, I don't want to.
I got you.
Dive into it, but yeah.
Next question.
Okay.
Sticking in the dating realm. Chad Johnson, friend of the pod. Not really, we don't know him, but we're fans. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a fan of him. Shout out to I Am Athlete. He tweeted.
I won't say I'm a fan, but.
Oh, okay. It's still fuck FAMU. He be representing FAMU. Anyway, he tweeted. Let me make sure I get to it. Let me make sure I say it right. Fellas, if she likes you, she'll take initiative. Stop falling for that apply pressure spiel.
Okay, what do you mean by initiative? Like,
basically, I'm assuming that he's saying that if she likes you, she'll approach you. If she really like you, she'll approach you. She won't wait for you to approach her.
I think that yeah. No, I don't care how much I like somebody. I'm not approaching them. Nah.
Okay.
It's dead.
Why not?
Now, okay. First of all, let me say it like this: I will, but I won't do it the same way. Like, how they say shoot your shot. I shoot my shot differently.
Okay.
So whereas he may hit me up and be like, "Hey, I think you're beautiful. Prettiest girl I know. You're perfect. Oh my God, you got so much going on."
All of that.
that's really what they say. Anyway,
that's just.
Wow, he may make he may shoot his shot in that manner. I may do mine differently. Like, I may flirt. Like, if we're in the same room, I may flirt. I may hint at it. Or, if it's social media, I may like a few pictures.
Do you flirt for real, or do you just talk to him and then consider that flirting?
The thing, there is a thin line between it, because it has actually been a problem in some of my relationships in the past. I tend to have a friendly nature, but not like, I don't know. Some people friendly, it's like, ugh. But then it's like, first of all, I'm a social being. I'm a social butterfly. I've always been there. And some people are so insecure in themselves that has been an issue, because it's like, you shouldn't be smiling at a nigga, period. However, I've had people who have mistaken me flirting with him when I wasn't flirting. And I was like, oh my God, it's not like that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, like, I had people be like, oh, well, jot my number down, such and such. I'm like, oh, I was just talking to you because we was in the same line at the store. We was waiting. Like, yeah. I wasn't trying to go there. And I'll say that. but sometimes people do think that I'm flirting when I'm not flirting. So I don't know. Sometimes being kind and smiling at people tends to be flirting. So
Well, and I guess it depends on the kind of dude you are and the kind of women that you deal with. But if a lot of the women that you deal with and be around are not smiling and talk easy to talk to and all of that other shit, then you kind of think, okay, if that's what she's doing or that's what she's showing, then she's not interested. Which means that the opposite means she is interested.
right.
So
I mean, I can see why they say that. However, once they try to go to the next level, I'm like, oh no, I ain't on it. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry if I made you feel that way, but I do that with women and men though. Like I talk to men and women the same way, but for some reason, men just feel like, oh, okay, yeah,
because
she want me.
Like I believe it was like James said the last time you was here. Men like attention from women. So if you talking to me, whether we in line or whatever, if you talking to me, you giving me some level of attention, even if it's very little.
Right.
So
I feel
taking that as this little bit of attention she giving me.
Yeah.
That might be a little bit of interest that
but
she
I
got.
can't be mean to people. I've never been that person.
You don't have to
like,
be mean.
Even just growing up in the hood and walking to the store and people be like, hey, and they do a little ski noise or whatever. Like it's just they was slow. But anyway, when they do that, I was never the person to keep walking. I would be like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. And then I would walk. Yeah. Like, I had no problem talking to people. I had no problem turning people down. Like, I'm not interested. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested. And, it just is what it is. But I've never been just a mean person.
Yeah.
So I can't see myself just walking around looking ugly. But a lot of men actually they like that. They like women who are mean. Like, that's what they go after. So that's actually a turn on to them too. So I really wouldn't know. Like you saying, talking to them makes them feel like I'm flirting with them, but at the same time, they chase women who not talking to them. They just like women.
It may not necessarily be that talking equals flirting. Like I said, it's talking equals attention.
Yeah. And
attention to some people equals interest. Now, what or how you talk to them or what you talk about is what makes it flirting.
Right. And I would say that, right, because with somebody I'm flirting with, it's not gonna be just a little general conversation. Like, it's not. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how I flirt. I mean, I know when I'm flirting. I know when I'm not flirting, though.
You know that,
right?
Because you know the intent behind what you're saying. But if he can't tell the difference, like if the tone or the words don't change, he don't know this. It's a difference.
I mean, but I don't know.
Now, I'm not just saying just be like, pull a Felice Johnson and be like, I like you and I want you. You ain't got to do all that. But, and I'm just trying to, because I know a lot of men, include myself, a lot of times we don't know when women be flirting or they be interested. Because, again, the tone of the conversation changes. So, for all women, or men or whoever you flirting with, be a little more direct. Or at least...
But how do you be direct? Because I'm not, like, first of all, listen, I'm not finna let you know I like you unless I know you like me.
And that's a big thing for me. And I'm the same way. But see,
so my flirting is kind of going to...
Flirting is not saying I like you or saying I want you is saying that I like you or I want you. Mm-hmm. But flirting is just a little bit of interest. So if you show that little bit of interest,
I'm saying I might flirt a little bit, and then if they flirt back, then it's okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Time. But if you don't flirt back,
then But no. That's what I'm saying. If you flirt and they flirt back, then it's like, all right, cool. I know we're at least on somewhat on the same page, and then you can leave it up to him to decide whether he gonna shoot a shot.
Right, to ask me out, and so forth and so on. Exactly.
Right, but if you flirt without letting it be known that you just like him, and then he don't reciprocate, that means either A, he's not interested, so you can kind of back off, or he don't know. A lot of times men don't be knowing.
If he can't catch
on. But it depends on what kind of flirting.
If he can't catch on to me flirting, then maybe he don't need to know. Like,
because I mean, like some women, they would, of course, like be smiling and all of that, but might give out some compliments. If you in person, do a little arm rub or something, something like that. Then it's
I don't touch people.
And then that might be an indication of somebody that, okay, she's not interested. Because other women that flirt with me, they, do whatever.
I'll be helpful. So I'll be helpful. I mean, if I'm flirting, for the most part, I feel like the conversation would continue. Like, yeah, if we in line at Family Dollar, yeah, we gonna talk till I ring my stuff out. Have a good day. I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Right.
If I'm interested, the conversation is going to continue.
It's gonna continue, but you can talk to somebody just because they have good conversation and the conversation continue, but that don't necessarily mean you're interested in them.
But if I'm interested,
if the tone,
me personally,
if the tone changes,
if I'm interested in you, I want to talk to you. So longer than a Family Dollar line, longer than, like plenty of people, shoot their shot, but I'm not interested, so I don't give them that conversation. Right. I'm very they may talk to me about the class or stuff like that, and now I respond to that. But I'm very, forthcoming. Hey, I'm not interested. Mm-hmm. So if you continue talking to me, that's not gonna change my mind. I'm not interested. But if I'm interested, you're going to get conversation. I guess I flirt different because you're gonna get conversation.
Okay.
Like, and if you ask for my number, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, hit me up or not like that. Mm-hmm. But if you ask for my number, I give it. But nah.
If there's somebody that you're interested
if I'm interested, no, you can't get it if I'm not interested. Mm-hmm. But
so
I hope that answered the question because it went everywhere. But still.
It was an answer.
It was an answer. Okay.
So
I'll take it.
The last tweet of this part. Make sure I say her name right. Olani on Twitter at Olani, excuse me, said, "How did your partner ask you to be their girlfriend?" Now, so what I'm gonna do is, I want to airdrop you these pictures of these guys and one woman asking their women to be their girlfriend.
Okay.
And I want you to look through these pictures, and I want you to tell me what you think.
You could have just passed me your phone.
I could have, but I don't get nobody on my phone.
Okay.
And for the people watching, I'm gonna put them up on the screen. So.
Oh, that is so cute. He got her ring to be his girlfriend.
Oh, keep going.
Okay.
Speaking of rings, keep going. Now, while you look at these, and like I said, I'm gonna put them on the screen for the people watching. In my opinion, these are great things when you proposing to be married, or like if you've been with somebody for a long time and you want to do something special for like.
How you gonna tell me to read this and then you asking me questions?
I'm talking to the people.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said, why are you looking at this?
I'm sure over here trying to process this. I'm sorry.
But I feel like these are things that's good. Like I said, like some of these niggas like proposing basically, and I feel like all of this stuff is good if you trying to be married to somebody, or like I say, if it's y'all been together for some years and you want to do something special for a birthday or anniversary or something like that, or Valentine's Day, all of this stuff fits. But asking you to be my girlfriend, nigga, no. But maybe I'm just too young, and maybe I'm just immature. I don't know. So, you almost at the end.
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
I'm looking at the book. Last one is okay, you got a couple more to go. But so far, what are your thoughts on these? Because I would think, and I guess it depends on how long you date before you actually try to be with somebody. But I would think that a few of these, a lot of women would think it's too much. Or at least it could be too much too early. She's still reading.
Okay, that was the last one. No, so first off, these were nice, except the sex dungeon one. Anywho, I don't think that's something I would share publicly.
Well, I don't think she shared it, but no, yes she did. Yeah, she Never mind.
I mean, only a weird way it'd be cute, but I don't think I broadcast it. Yeah. But everything else was adorable. But I agree. I think it's too much too soon. I feel like you set the bar that high.
Your
ass got to come with it.
Exactly.
The wedding the engagement, the wedding proposal is gonna have to be sick. Cause what? A painting, a book, a nice Pandora ring, and it's cute too. I think this one was cute. The one where she locked it in on the bridge. You know the bridge where you put the locks. And she told her lock it in. I think now that one's cute. Real inexpensive. Go get a little $5 lock.
Yeah, but shit,
hardware.
You still gotta get there.
Yeah, but that wasn't nothing. That was cute. That was simple. The Teflon bag, like Telfar, how is it pronounced? That's huge. Like, okay. Nice gesture, but just to ask her to be your girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I do think that's too much.
But again,
like she was already my girlfriend. You know, like you said, Valentine's or some type of holiday. That's super duper cute. But yeah, the puzzle was cute. The ring, no. The puzzle, yeah.
But see, even then, and this is going back to do women want too much, because a lot of women in the comments was, I need this type of energy where these men and all that other bullshit.
But to be to be his girlfriend, no. We could be watching Netflix and you be like, hey, you want to make this official?
Look, I'm real. If we dating,
like,
I'm like, once I get to the point to where I want to make it official, I'm like, look, how you feeling about that?
Right, let's go. Like, that's normal.
Yeah.
Like, now we date, go buy me these purses and stuff like that. But, I don't think, like, nah, that's too much. It's definitely too much.
So, generally speaking, so you know how some women or some people, but once they get in a relationship, it's like, okay, if he don't propose within X number of years, then I might need to move on. Do you put kind of that same timeline when it comes to dating to relationship? Like, if we dating this long and he don't ask me to make it official, then maybe this ain't for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a decent time to date is probably like 6 months.
Oof.
And then after that, like, we need to be.
Are you saying
something like?
Are you saying at most 6 months, or are you saying at 6 months then it's time to make it official?
Oh no, at 6 months it's time to be in a relationship. Like, we gotta.
But I'm saying, so before 6 months, they're still too early.
I mean, it depends on, what they accept, but you said, do I put it on there? Yeah, like, after 6 months, if I've been dating you for 6 months and you haven't asked me to be your girlfriend, you're not, trying to take it to the next level, then what are we dating for?
Well, I guess what I mean, like, if he asks in 3 months, is that too early?
No.
So you're saying at most 6 months?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
make a move.
In those 3 months, if we went out together, spent a lot of time together, yeah, that's decent. But, if we haven't, then,
If it's been 3 months, I would think if it's been 3 months, y'all would have spent a lot of time together.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as long as we spent a lot, now, not necessarily, because,
Well, I just mean,
like
if I'm dating you, I'm gonna want to see you a lot, so we gonna spend plenty of time together.
That's how I feel, but everybody not like that. Like, I don't know. I get in my own headspace, and if I feel like you're not doing what I think you should be doing, or approaching me how I feel like you approaching me, I kind of go ahead and make you single, even if you're not. Like, so
yeah,
I'm just saying, but
But yeah, I'm glad.
When I like somebody, I make time for them, give them time, make sure I give them access to me, work around certain things. And if I've done all of that, and I feel like you're still not showing up, you're absent, then yeah, I'm single. So it can end just as quick as it started.
And you're damn right. So, and I guess you kind of answered this earlier. How do you approach someone that you're interested in? How do you shoot your shot? If you do shoot your shot,
I want my game.
That's why I said you might be giving your secrets away. But you might be helping some women out and some men out to
right,
see some
and
signs.
some men. So, I don't know. How do I shoot my shot?
So, say it's somebody you see in person. What would you do to let them to?
I don't know. I really have never had to deal with it. Like, this would be the most arrogant shit to ever say. However,
I mean, if it's the truth, it's the truth.
Normally, the people I want ask me before I ever have to ask them. So, some type of way, I clearly make it known. So,
do you make it known, or are they just that confident and they just and they just come with it?
I'm probably just that attractive, and they just want to go ahead and just hey, what they got to lose?
Exactly.
So, I don't too much do anything though. Like, I definitely don't see people out because I don't go out.
Right.
I pretty
But I
much stay
mean,
inside. So
you go places throughout the day. You
Walmart,
you may not go out like to the club or something, but you go places.
Walmart.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody at Walmart.
Okay.
Nobody try to talk to me at Walmart. Target. I would have married me and being Target, so they definitely ain't talking to me, and I'm not talking to them because Target is expensive. I don't know.
Me and Clyde be in Target. Well, no, Clyde be in Target, and I be with him. I don't shop at Target.
Oh, he don't be there when I be there, but yeah. So Clyde shop at Target. I just playing.
Yeah.
That was a joke. That was a joke. Don't y'all roll with it. Don't do that. But
that's why I said I wish he was here.
He want to come see me today. So you say you be at Target. No, I'm just playing. That was a joke, y'all.
So
but yes.
Okay. So you too good to approach people.
I did not say that. I said
you don't
that
have to.
I don't have to. Normally they approach me.
I got you.
So yeah.
All right. So let's say.
Let me ask you for some advice then. Like, what if I do? I don't know because I don't know how to. I say too much, like people know who it is, and that ain't what they need to know. Like,
well,
what is your advice as far as women asking out men? Like, how do you think they should go about doing it?
Well, I can't speak for what all men like or expect. I can only speak for me and men like me. I'm not the kind of nigga who gonna feel some type of way about a woman asking me out. Just if you interested in me, let me know.
Yeah, say that.
And then
how should she say that though?
The same way I would say it to her. Hey, like whatever, like how most of the time, like a man would say, "Hey, I think you're beautiful," whatever. You ain't got to say you think I'm beautiful, but you can say, "Hey, I think you're attractive. I like, your style, whatever,
like what
or
you giving out."
Yeah, or if it's somebody that I know, like, "Hey, I like your personality. I think we would click, whatever, and we can go from there." Do you want to go get drinks or do you want to go hang out or whatever, and we can set something up if I'm interested. Because a lot of times, like I said, I don't be knowing.
Yeah.
Unless you just blatantly say, like, hey, you cute or you this or that. Then, whatever. But when it comes to approaching men like me, I'm going to be direct with you, be direct with me. And then we can adjust.
I don't know. I can't even think
because
of the last time I've asked somebody out. Like,
well, I guess, like,
I mean, I've liked people, but I kind of wait on them to like me or make it known that they like me. I don't.
And that's what a lot of people do.
I don't really ask them out, but maybe I should try.
That's what a lot of people do. Because I be the same. Like you said, I'm not going to make it known unless I know I at least got a chance.
Right.
So, but the reason I say be so direct is because one thing that I hate wasting people's time. Mm-hmm. And I damn sure hate when my time is wasted by somebody that's not me. I can waste my own time.
Right.
But if I'm putting in this effort or this whatever and you not even feeling it, I feel like you've wasted my time.
Right.
Because you could have just said, I'm not, I don't like that.
Right.
So it can skip a lot of wasted time. It can skip a lot of hurt feelings and all of that if you just come up and say, I feel this way or I don't feel this way. And it's like, all right, cool. I can, on to the next. On to the next for both of us.
Right.
So
I agree.
If you interested, hey, just say that. But if you don't want to just say that, we're gonna lead to my next question. What are some ways that you let somebody know that you're interested?
I don't know. I laugh at their jokes. I'm sorry, I laugh.
But I figured you just goof anyway, so you might laugh anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to let people know I'm flirty because I am goofy. Like, I do laugh at shit, especially if it's funny.
Right. So maybe not like
especially the
flirting.
corniest jokes. Just love them.
So I'll give you an example, right? If I'm cool with somebody and we hanging out or whatever, if we hanging out and this chair is making a lot of noise and I just keep moving. If I'm hanging out with you and I offer to hold your hand, whether we talking or not, like we could just be on the friend stage to get to know each other stage. But if I offer to hold your hand, then that means I'm legit interested in you and I like you and all of that. Although I do recognize that.
So y'all gotta be friends for you to offer to hold their hand though. Like, what if it's somebody that you not friends with? Like,
Well, see, I was speaking more so for people that I know, that I like. That
okay, how do you
we've
talk
gotten to the getting to know each other point, or we hanging out or
okay.
something.
How do you talk to people that you don't know then? Because that's how
I generally
the people that you know. I mean, they either know you like them or y'all don't like each other, and it kind of becomes a friendship.
a lot of people don't. But this might just be me being pussy, but I generally, unless I'm just very compelled to just reach out to you, I generally don't just like approach women and that type of shit. Not, like I said, that might just be, me being whatever. But if it's somebody, like if we, like in school, if I'm in class with you every day, we get to know each other, and we end up hanging out outside of class and do like become friends or whatever, then after getting to know you a little bit more and seeing, do I really like you or do I just like how you look? Then it's like, okay, I'm gonna at least show this type of interest. But if it comes to somebody I don't know, then it's kind of like I'm liking pictures and that kind of shit.
Okay, yeah, I mean, cause I do that too. Even as a woman, like I like pictures of people that I like. So no, I don't like them. I love them. So I love them. I like everybody pictures because I like everybody. I like seeing people with their kids. I like people getting their new apartment keys. I like people going to the gym. I like to see all of that. But if I love a guy's picture, yeah, like okay, that means I'm attracted in some way, shape, or form.
How would they know the difference between liking and loving the picture?
Well, on Facebook it says Marian Johnson loves your picture.
Well, I meant like Instagram.
I may go as far as to put something under it, maybe. I may put the heart under it because Instagram is just pretty much a like.
Yeah.
And I'm not finna sit up there and like all your damn pictures because that's childish. I'm not doing it. And whoever did that to me, whoever does that to me, don't do that. That's childish. Like, I hate it. I hate seeing the same person that ain't going down. Tell me they liked my stuff. At this point, you could have took that same energy to hit me up in the inbox to find out if I like you back or if I don't. Don't wait. Don't do that. I mean, you may like all the pictures, but don't do that. Like them on different days, but don't sit up there and just go down. Like, cause I feel like this man is literally this man is literally on my page liking every picture. Chill out. That's too much.
They're like, hey, I'm letting you know what I'm about.
Yeah, but them notifications, those notifications are annoying.
Yeah, but if you keep seeing these notifications, and in the midst
it's
of the
gonna irritate me. It's not gonna make me say, "Oh, who is this?"
It may not make you say that.
It's gonna be like, "This is irritating."
Some women will be like, "Who is this liking on my picture?"
But you can literally take that same energy and be like,
"You can."
Hey, how you doing?
You definitely can, but chicks get 1 million DMs every day. So if I'm liking all these pictures and then you keep seeing my name and then you see I done sent this message, or you go look at my page and you like what you see and then you send a message, yay. I'm just trying to. I'm assuming that's how these. I can see the logic. Think.
I can see it. I'm letting you know. For me, it's irritating.
Of course,
like, no, it's a negative. Don't do it.
I agree. But yeah, that's my big thing. If we out somewhere and I offer to hold your hand, then yeah, or like how you said, like if I'm making time, if I'm offering to spend time with you,
right?
I'm trying to make time to be around you or talk to you, then yeah,
right.
However,
that's a big thing for me. If I already know you and I'm trying to show you that I like you, I'm definitely trying to spend my time with you. That's a big thing. Like I'm moving stuff around. Sorry, excuse me. Moving stuff around. You know, trying to make a way to see you, making sure you can see me. Right. Like, if that don't say nothing, then I don't know what does. And once you don't, like, come see me or I come see you when I move this time around, yeah, it's over. And like, because you wasting my time.
Right, and that's exactly what I was going to say. If I
literally and figuratively.
If I offer to hold your hand or if I offer to do whatever and you say no, I ain't going to do it again.
What if people don't like holding hands, though?
But I'm just saying, like
what would it be, like a smooth car hand, like you sitting on the driver's side, you sitting on the passenger side? And
it could be that.
Let me just slide that in there type of situation.
I'm not gonna slide it in nothing.
Like a Norbit situation.
We could be in the car.
Retribution said, "Get your ass up and hold my hand."
We could be in the car because I done it in the car and I done it just being out. If I'm driving and I like what a conversation going, I got my little console. I'm gonna just sit my hand on the console And if you put your hand there, then I was like, I bet.
Like,
if we
are
walking,
you just gonna sit it, or are you gonna be like, clearly?
I'm
showing that
holding.
Okay.
Like I'm driving, and I'm like,
Okay.
and
cool.
I'm like, it's here for you. If we walking, I'm gonna extend my hand, like hold my hand.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just extend it. And if you take it, then it's like, okay, cool. We may be on the same page because I know that just because she do grab my hand, that don't necessarily mean
Like, she
she
probably
feeling
just
it.
didn't want to leave you hanging.
That's what I'm saying. But you'll be in situations where I've been in situations where they'll just look and be like, why are you trying to hold my hand? And then it's like, all right, cool. I know what's up.
My bad, I'm tripping.
I ain't tripping. It's just all right.
bad,
I know. I know what's up. I know to move on. And they be like, yeah, we know we can still be friends. Yeah, you can still be my friend. But I'm not finna to put nowhere near that same effort that I was putting in. We can talk when you want to talk. Maybe. But maybe I ain't shit. So I'm finna restart this camera one more time. I'm surprised that motherfucker ain't dead yet. So you passed the dating stage. You passed the relationship stage. So it's time to get, because you said the last time you came, you said you had been engaged before, right?
I was.
So time to get engaged. In your mind, how it's supposed to be, and in your situation, if it's a different answer, is engagement like the next step in, like that's the next level of love or whatever, or is it just we've been together this amount of time? This is at this point it's just a title.
It's the next. It should be the next stage. Like, I would hope that we just not engage in them. Some people do it to control you, to manipulate you. However, for the most part,
manipulate. But then some people be in relationships for so long that they might as well be married, and now it's just like, let's just make it official. Let's just lock it in.
Right. True, but here's the dealio. I'm not okay with. I'm not okay with staying with somebody for a certain amount of time, and there's no indication that we're moving towards marriage. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I can't do it. I know people who have been in relationships for 10 plus years, multiple children together.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck why aren't you getting married? Like, marriage is not just a title, like it's a contract.
Yeah.
It's an agreement. And in the event that this man dies or this woman dies, it entitles me to their possessions. Like, it makes sense. Mm. It makes sense. Because say you with this woman for this long, you do love her. Mm-hmm. Something happened to you, and then you got this insurance plan or, something like that should rightfully go to your wife, that would undoubtedly go to your wife, but she's not your wife. And it just goes somewhere else or it's not used. That's like a waste of time. Like, you go to your mama or somebody, but then the woman you loved out here struggling. Like, or out here going through other stuff. Because your family might not like her. I may be reaching a little bit.
No, I mean, you definitely
But
right.
I'm just saying, when you leave this earth, you make sure the people that you care about are secured. Like, I have I have multiple insurance plans. I have 2. Don't kill me, though, because I stay scrapped. Anyway. I have 2 insurance plans.
You got the blicky for when
however, exactly. So, however, like, I have that. So, if anything happened, those babies that I love, they're taken care of. The beneficiaries are people that I know will take care of them. Mm-hmm. I do that because I love them. So, when you go into this marriage, it's not just about a title. It's like that. It's like insurance. And it can be relationship insurance as well, because if you break my heart, I feel like, some of that money needs to come on over here. Shout out to the people who getting $300,000 and $400,000
and see
checks a month.
I disagree with that, depending on the situation.
I don't. Like, I know people
what if it's not his fault?
I was about to say, if it's not his fault, he wouldn't have to pay her at all. He wouldn't. There's ways around it. Yeah. Like, if I get married, my husband cheats, and I have proof that he cheated. Mm-hmm. I can divorce him without a problem.
That's true. But
I can sue the lady who he cheated with.
A lot of people have the idea that no matter whose fault it is, if we get a divorce, the woman gets half.
No, that's not always the case though.
It's not always the case, but
it is not always the case.
that's the general consensus that a lot of people have.
It's just not it's not always the case though. But in some instances, yeah.
I feel like if you deserve,
but you knew that when you got married. So when you was drawing that marriage license, you should have been drawing that prenup or whatever the case was. But you didn't.
Yeah,
but true. Of course, I wouldn't want to marry nobody if they trying to give me a prenup because you don't trust me.
But see, a lot of women, from what I've seen, would have that same idea. If you trying to give me a prenup, you don't trust me. But then a lot of women would have that, or they would say that, get married, and then they get married just to divorce them and get half.
Right.
So those women weren't trustworthy.
I mean, if you give me a prenup, it's gonna be tough. It is. But I probably still sign it. If I really, really love you and I want you to know that, yeah, I probably still sign it. But it fucks with me, though, because it's like, you don't trust me, and that's an issue. That's just like being in a relationship and somebody asks you, like, listen.
So let me ask you this.
Man, I understand it, but I was going around on social media as well about it being disrespectful or okay for a man to ask for a DNA test.
We talked about that as well.
Y'all did. Yeah. I missed it, but I don't think it's disrespectful. However, if we're in a relationship, 15. It's going to impact our relationship because you don't trust me. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you, but it is gonna leave a scar because it's like, damn, you didn't trust me.
But see,
however, I have seen situations.
That's what I'm
where these men have raised these children, bless their hearts, they have loved these children, and it has not been their child.
So let me ask you this. Honestly, right? At you being a woman, honestly, how many cases, or let me ask this way: do you think it's more trustworthy people out there who are 100% as far as like the DNA test? Do you think it's more women out here actually being faithful and being trustworthy and all of that, and actually doing things the right way than it is that's not? Not how you would do it.
Nah, it's definitely. Oh, but baby, trust me, I know from experience that the trifling women are in multitudes.
Right.
It's definitely more of them. It is definitely more of them.
So, although it could be looked at as you asking for this DNA test, you asking for this prenup, you don't trust me. If the numbers dictate that it's more untrustworthy women out there, why would that be an issue?
I'm saying if I'm with you.
Yeah,
I've been with you.
If you
don't question that's fucked up.
You saying that about you,
right?
And ideally, it's like, yeah, I've been with you. You should. Trust
that's
me.
why I'm saying statistically, okay, I get it. Yeah. I get it. Which is why they just need to make it mandatory, so that people don't even have to act. So that you don't even have to create that confusion in the relationship. I get it though. Like, you want to protect yourself. I get it. If I was a woman, I'd probably do. If I was a man, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably ask for a DNA test.
Yeah,
I probably would. I mean, it's women who, first of all, Paternity Court is my favorite show with Lauren Lake. So this is my favorite show. I binge watch it all the time. Old episodes, new episodes. Like, I write papers and I just be watching Paternity Court because I love it. Yeah. But yeah, like, these women are trifling, and then women will literally sit there and be like, well, it was between John and Bob, but I knew John was going to take care of this baby. Yeah. Bob wasn't. And so then, I told John it was his baby.
And it wasn't neither one of their babies.
And it wasn't neither one of their babies.
So
like, there have been instances on the show where it was nobody's baby. And then the woman just be like, listen, I was just out there. But, that's her story.
But I agree that it should be mandatory. Because I know the issues that asking for it can come
right. With. It could be problematic, especially when I'm telling the truth. Like, now I'm fucked up because, like, you don't trust me, and that's an issue.
That's true. But would you rather not be okay? Well, I guess looking from the man's because
my baby father did ask me for a DNA test on my youngest child. He thought it was just too soon. I don't know what he thought, and I granted it. But yeah, I mean, we already didn't have trust anyway. I knew he was out there popping his shit, but he just felt like, I guess, since he had done so much to me, that I was out there getting my get back. But I'm not going to do that. I don't believe in cheating because I've seen so many situations get out of hand.
That's
like,
true.
Men have died being caught up with a woman not knowing what she really has going on. They get to fighting with each other. Like, I'm not gonna put nobody in a situation like that. Like, I care about you enough not to do that. If I don't know what me and him got going on, I'm gonna figure this out before I drag an innocent person into that. So no, I don't believe in cheating. I don't, because I've had instances where people come at me about the person I'm with, or try to come for me like you have an issue with me because you're cheating with my spouse. Like, that doesn't even add up. So my thing is, if you want to be single, date around, or whatever you want to do, but don't bring people in it. That's why I just don't like cheating. I think it's just real trifling.
And just like you believe that about you, a lot of people don't. And a lot of people have dealt with more of the other,
right,
than they dealt with people
respectfully.
Like
you. So it just should be mandatory, because for those people like us who did not do anything, when you ask me for a DNA test, that shit is insulting.
Yeah.
But I proved my point, though, because, yeah, you asked for a DNA test and you got it, and that's your child. But that was insulting for you to go around and say, I don't think that's my child, blase, blase. First of all, nobody should even know that. But second of all, like...
What if they don't go around saying it? They just bring it to you. Not necessarily saying, I don't think it's mine. I'm still going to feel
like you told somebody else, too. I'm still going to feel like you talked it over with somebody just to make sure what you was doing was the right thing. Like, I'm still going to feel like that. You know, because we do that all the time.
We do.
Like, let me make sure, you know, I'm going to ask him to do this. How that sound? Or what you think about that? Do you think that's going to create an issue? I'm pretty sure. More than likely, they talk to their mamas first.
But, like, from the man's perspective, like we talked about on episode 15, y'all should go check it out. Would you rather find out, get the DNA test as soon as they born and find out, or the baby get sick or something?
As soon as they born. And that's another thing. I like that you mentioned that. Like, at the end of the day, as women, you should care more about your actual child than the man. Like, because I feel like it's real selfish, not only for that man, but for that child when you lie about something so serious. Because we're talking about health.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about just damage and trauma that you just don't have to do. Like, your child will be traumatized by that.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't even my daddy. What the fuck?
Because it's a lot of stuff that...
And then they lose. Your children lose that father.
They lose
like,
their
father. Like, I get sick, and here I go finding out that that's not even... Life. Right. Find out that's not even my daddy. Now he's not even here.
Yeah.
So, it's like, you know?
And that's why I always say men and women, we got to do better.
We have to. Listen. I get your DNA test. I'm cool with it. I feel like you're in a relationship with this woman, especially a marriage. Oh, my God. A marriage, or, you know, even just a committed relationship. I think it's going to cause an issue, though. Even though she may give it to you still, even though you may have you like, listen, I just want to know. It's going to cause an issue. When you have to doubt her, that is going to be an issue. So I just feel like it should be mandatory in the hospital, or hear me out, do it secretly. Do not ask that woman for a DNA test. Swab that baby mouth on your own. Take your baby out for a day out and
a lot of men do that too.
First of all, when she had a child, she might be asleep most of the time anyway. Had them people, it don't take that long to swab that baby.
Yeah.
Had them people come in there and swab that baby. And, you know, some stuff you just have to keep to yourself.
I agree.
Like, that's just something, like, if you doubt it, just go figure it out.
So, I want a quick question.
If you're in a relationship with her now, if y'all was just doing y'all thing, ask that girl for a DNA test straight up.
Of course. Back to the prenup, because I want to ask this, but then we got off topic.
I'm sorry.
So, you don't like the idea of that either, but
it's tricky. It's tricky. It's the same thing with the DNA test. Like, it's gonna cause a little trust issues.
So let's say, would you be more okay with saying, okay, I came in with X number of dollars. She came in with whatever she had. So instead of having just a full prenup to where she don't get nothing, it could be like whatever I made between us being together and the divorce, she get half of that, as opposed to she get nothing or she get half of it all. Would that be a better situation?
Explain that again.
So, like, say you meet a dude, he making this big money. Say he making $10 million a year, or he come in with $10 million.
Mm-hmm.
You come in with $2 million. Between y'all getting married and y'all getting divorced, he goes up to 20 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that extra 10 he made, you would get 5 of that. Instead of getting 10 out of his 20, you would get 5 out of that 10 that he made while he was with you.
Yeah, which makes sense. Like,
so would that be better than just
I
getting
feel
full, like you just fully getting half or fully getting nothing?
I feel like there could be a certain period in between it. I don't really feel like you should just fully get half of somebody's earning. Like, I don't, because this still not fair. Like, if anything, we should put both of our earnings together and split that down the middle. I don't feel like because, that's a woman, she should just have half of my money.
Yeah.
You know? Like, if she made 2, he made 10, together that's 12. We split 6 and 6. Bye. And
see, that's one way to do it. But then you giving up half of your money. Kind of. And you really,
but you're
not.
She's still walking away with more, though, than she came in. Because she had 2, she finna walk away with 6. You'd have made a $4 million profit.
True, but you didn't put in on that $4 million profit.
You didn't, but that's why I'm saying, if anything,
go from 10,
we should put both of our money together and split that down the middle. It shouldn't just be his income. That's not.
But like you said, you still, it's even, but it's like you still making that big margin,
right?
But if you go from 10, if he go from 10 to 20, and for that 10 to 20,
when did he start making his 20?
While y'all was married.
Oh shit, I probably helped it.
That's what I'm saying. You probably helped with it.
I definitely probably was filing paperwork, helping with
you did some type of contribution. But for that first 10 that he came in with, you didn't contribute.
Yeah. So you saying I shouldn't be able to touch the first 10, but maybe the 10 he made during the course of the relationship.
That would be the half.
But even with that, I still don't feel like she should just get half of his money. I feel like our earnings should be split.
Okay.
Where we're comfortable and keep it moving. But yeah, I mean, if he made that 10 before her, he don't have to split it up. I think that was before you. Like, I should at least leave out with what I came in with.
Right.
Respectfully. And, whatever we got when we was together, we can split.
Right.
Split that up.
But like I said,
it's a marriage.
A lot of people don't do that. So, moving on. Say you get with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point in a relationship, you decide, okay, I like him, I love him, whatever, but I don't see myself marrying him, or I don't want to marry him. How long before you let him go? Is it as soon as you make that decision that you don't want to marry him? Even before he asks? Or is it like, I'm going to wait, I'm going to see, do my feelings change?
Yeah.
Because
it's definitely not going to be as soon as, because it's the same thing with somebody you decide you don't want to be with. You don't just right out the bed wake up and say, I don't want to be with him. Like, I did have that epiphany, but it took a while for me to actually, act on it.
Yeah.
I did wake up one day and say, I don't want to be with him. But it took a while because it's like, I don't know, do I not? Like, is stuff going to change? Like, let me really just wait this out.
Like we might be just be in a rough spot.
Right, we could. So it's like, let me just, think a little harder on this. And, it went on for a while before I was like, okay, yeah, that epiphany was right. But, sometimes it could be wrong. Like, I really think that was a pretty specific question. Like, because I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to say it.
But see, the reason I ask is because I've been in relationships where I just knew, like, marriage was not our
So you got to end it. You got to end it.
And
how soon? I really can't say. You got to be comfortable with it. And that's the thing. Like, right now, like I said, I made time for somebody, and it was just like, you always this, you always that. I feel like other stuff be going on. Probably because I got past trauma from past relationships too. So I may take it just a little bit harder. However, I feel like if you wanted to be with me, you would, make the same efforts that I'm making. I know for a fact that this isn't going like I want it to go, and that bothers me. And I just feel like after wasting my time, I'm kind of in a space where it's like, listen, if it's not moving the way I want it to move. And that could be selfish. It could be. However, I don't have fucking time to waste. I just don't.
I mean,
like,
you should be.
If I'm
thinking you should be happy.
If I'm not satisfied, then I feel like I should just deal with that person. So it's like, if I deal and then that person does not allow me back in when I decide I want to come back in, that's gonna be a problem. Because like you said, you could just be in a spot right now.
Yeah.
And if I dip out on you when you having a tough time and we dating, we don't even want to see what marriage gonna be like.
Exactly.
Like, so I'm like, I feel like when you do make up in your mind you don't want to be with somebody, I still think there should be like a waiting period just to see if your mind changed. Because what you don't want to do is be like, oh, I don't want to be with you. Then, you know what? I do want to be with you. Because then it feels like you toying with that person.
Yeah.
And that's something I just can't see myself doing. So I had the epiphany that this ain't it, this ain't working. But at the same time, like, well, you as a person, I genuinely care about. It's the actions that are not aligning with the words and the feelings, and it kind of scares me. So it's kind of like in my mind, yeah, I do want to dip out. Like, I want to just call it a quits and keep it pushing because I don't want to waste my time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it makes it harder, especially in this generation, when you have so many prospects. So it's like,
so here's my suggestion.
Okay.
Would you like my advice?
I would. I'm listening.
Because I know a lot
if
of people.
If I didn't want it, I would be like, hold it.
You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people just try to give it and it ain't, But anyway.
This stuff going.
Uh-oh.
It's going to put me to sleep. It's like, I don't know.
Show really the people good. What you drinking.
It's really good, but.
Not a sponsor.
It's my favorite. My best friend. My teacher. Well, she ain't my best friend. She my teacher bestie. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful to my best friend. But anyway, yeah, she like my teacher bestie, Miss Johnson. Yeah, she put me on it last year, and it's the only wine that I really like. I don't like all that other stuff y'all be drinking. Too much.
Y'all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the Hennessy and stuff, too much.
Here's my advice. Come out and just address whatever you feeling. Mm-hmm. And then from there, you can decide, is it even worth the wait? Or
yeah.
Is it time?
Oh, I definitely think that's definitely coming up, but it's like there's never really a time to even discuss it, and that's an issue for me. Like I told y'all back when, my love language is quality time. Like, yeah, I need those gifts and those acts of service, but quality time is big. I like to make time for people, and if I care about you, you're going to see it because I'm going to make time. Like, people that I don't really fuck with like that, they be like, oh, can we do this? Can we do that? I'm like, I'm busy. Yeah. I got to teach. I got to tutor when I'm done with it. I'm going to sleep. Yeah. I got 3 kids. Like, it's going to be everything under the sun except for yes. But when I'm sitting up here, making time and then reaching out to you and being like, hey, got free time today, woo to woo. And I don't feel like, you not coming through. It's like, shit, I could have fucked with somebody else. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this generation makes stuff a lot harder. Like, a lot harder. Because if we just be never mind. We ain't even gonna go there. I'm not gonna promote the show. Like, if we just be 100, like, it's clearly. It's listen, clearly the why listen, at this point. Because I'm
don't
just
say
gonna
nothing you gonna regret. Because I'm not, shout out to DJ Vlad. I'm not, people think Vlad the Feds. I don't know if you watch him. But, I'm gonna let you talk, but just say don't say something you gonna regret.
Stop because at this point I feel like this is exactly where it's rolling to.
Okay, well we can move on. This is the last question of this little segment. So, like you said, ideally engagement would be the next step in the love and commitment and all of that. So, do you what changes, if any, do you expect going into engagement and then eventually marriage, if any?
Probably just more stability, like just really showing that you're gonna be able to do this, like
But I think, or I would think that they would have shown that before you said yes, or at least before you said I do, because you can say yes and then. And then,
true, but at the same time, like, running a marriage is like, listen, I'm not married. How the fuck would I know? But running a marriage is like running a business. Mm-hmm. So you really do, as that man, like I said, because you're going to be in charge of that, you the leader, you really got to be able to show them that you lead. Like, it's like a presentation pretty much. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm a sales carman. I mean, no.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Miss Perfect Grandma over here.
Right. I'm a car
Sales
salesman.
Carmen. All right.
Or somebody, and I'm trying to get you to buy this product or invest in this business or, whatever the case may be. So when I'm giving my presentation, I got to stole my attention grabber, right? That's the way I look, the way I carry myself, the way what I wore on that first date, whatever the case may be. Then I go in, to the basics, the specifics and things like that, just a general foundation of the car or, the previous owners, whoever the case may be. Not in a relationship, because don't nobody need to know who had you before then. That ain't their business. But anyway.
That ain't their business.
That ain't their business.
Niggas and women, stop asking how many bodies you got and all that other shit. As long as she with you right now, man, shut the fuck up.
That ain't their business. That's not fair anyway, because first of all, men will sit there.
Whatever number she say gonna be too high.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Like, a woman can say 5. This nigga been to have 50.
Yeah.
But for him, 5 is just, you was out there, huh?
You was with 2 niggas
like,
before me?
That's a little too much. Men are so sensitive when it comes to things like that. I
don't really care. It was one point where I kind of sort of thought that way. But at the same time, my thing is, if I like you, if I really like you,
right, I
don't give a damn. Because I done been with some hoes. Not proud of it.
Bless your heart.
Not proud of it. But I don't, I feel like as long as you with me and while you with me, you not doing that other shit.
It's not fair.
It don't matter.
It's not fair because I guarantee you, if I ask a man how many bodies he had, it's gonna be, first of all, most of them don't even know. They just stick and move. And some of them who actually do know, like, it's still gonna be high. Normally, they have twice as much as 3 times as much as I have. However, whatever number I give is still going to be just too much. So don't even ask me.
Right. Well,
don't even ask.
Like I said, I don't be caring. If a woman decides to ask me, then
I'm not gonna take the answer. What I'm gonna ask is just, you clean, you good, let's go to the clinic. Like, I believe in getting tested as a couple. I believe in all type of stuff like that.
My thing is this. I don't give a damn how many you been with, because if you done been with a bunch of motherfuckers and it's trash, it don't fucking matter, because it's trash. But if you done been with X number of people and it's good, then it ain't. But yeah, change as you expect. So hold on, you got something on your mind? Go ahead.
I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know. What was I saying before then? Yeah. So if you a car salesman or whatever the case may be, and you selling that car, like, your presentation has to get better as you go. And when you get to that finale, that's when you stick it. That's when you sell it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying about the engagement. That is when you, like, that's your period to stick it. Mm-hmm. To make, to
make sure that this
is exactly. Yeah. Like, for her to really see, yes, I made the right decision by getting with this person. I made the right decision when I said yes. That is that moment. That's your finale. That's your closure. You got to hit it. Yeah. So I feel like when it gets to engagement, yes. You can say, shouldn't she have realized that before she said yes to the engagement? Yes. She should have realized it to a certain extent.
There it is again.
And then...
You said extinct again. Love to see it.
To a certain point. And once you're in that marriage, like, she's confident going into this marriage. She's good because, you've consistently, throughout the dating process, throughout the engagement process, and now finally in the marriage process, showed me that you are who you say you are.
Okay.
And you going to do what you said you was going to do. Mm. And that's why you my boo. Mm. And that's that.
Say it louder for the people in the back, as they say.
I don't even remember what I said.
It don't matter. Let me see, because I feel like I had a follow-up question, but
I think I don't know. I probably threw it off. I do that sometimes.
It don't matter. So we're going to go to our second sponsor / our first anti-sponsor. This is things we don't like. Women who wipe back to front. All right, so do you have, this is the time, this is the guest choice. Do you have anything else that you want to say or bring up before we get out of here? Anything else on your mind that you feel like the people should know?
It probably shouldn't be called guest choice. It should be called my Keisha minutes, or
Every guest name not Markeisha.
Exactly.
But it should still be called it.
Exactly. It's all about Markeisha. Or Marian minutes. That's what it should be called. Nah, I'm just kidding. Y'all matter too, for real. Everybody matters. But no, while I'm here, it's Markeisha minutes. And I don't think I have anything. I had notes to talk about the baby thing, but you led with it. Okay. So, I don't know. I think it was I don't know.
Any advice for the men and or women out there? Just in general.
Pertaining to it, like dating or
dating. We've been talking about dating all day, so when it comes to dating. Okay.
Just
here's since you asked for advice earlier about men like me, how to approach men like me or let it be known. What are some advice you would give to men who want to approach you? Even though
don't. No, seriously. I don't know. I don't know. First of all, if you want to approach me, understand there's certain things that I do and don't like. I do not like, if you pay attention to anything, first of all, I do not like incorrect grammar. I don't like misspelling. So do not write me and ask me out and you talking about I want you to be mines. Because mines blow up. That's not, no. It's mine. Mine does not need an S. Heavy on it.
That sounds like a
specifically to someone. No.
Okay.
But seriously, don't do that. I hate when people do that. Like, when you write me, you need to go ahead and take the time out to really proofread, edit, revise, go through the whole writing process on whatever you finna send me, because it's gonna automatically disqualify you. Secondly, listen, when I was a child, not a child, but you get it. I was gonna go with the Bible scripture. We ain't finna do that. Anyway, when I was younger, I had like this thug attraction. Like, it just got me.
A lot of women did.
I just loved it. Oh, I love the bad boy. I don't now. I don't. I have learned my lesson. It's not something I want to be involved with. It's not something I want my children to be involved with. So it's a negative. Like, if you're literally all over social media with money and guns, don't do it. Now, the woman you probably should be asking out is the one who's all on social media shaking her ass. I'm not her. I've shown her ass a time or two. Not just out. Just not out in the open. But, yeah, I'm not her. Like, no. So, no, don't do that. And I just feel like the best thing to do is just, just politely introduce yourself. Hey, I'm such and such. I'm interested. And that's pretty much it. And it can go there. If we in person, hey, how you doing? I'm such and such, and I'm interested. The worst thing that could happen is I could turn you down, but that's not really bad because you didn't have me before. So I feel like rejection is not a bad thing. Sometimes we think it is, but it is not a bad thing. What else do I want to put on my list? Just don't hit me up with no bad grammar, like misspelled words. So turn off. I don't know. Just make sure you come respectfully. I hate when people write me and be like, "Ooh, your sexy ass" or stuff like that. I don't know. Yes, I'm sexy, but don't lead with it. Like, wait to get to know me. Oh, another thing, I've literally had people try to talk to me and then be like, now if it's different, if it's an in-person meet and my children are with me, then yes, you have the right to ask that. But it's so irritating. Like, before you try to talk to me, do your research to make sure you actually like me. Don't just be like, oh, okay, she cute, let me try to talk to her. No, everything that you need to know, I have posted already on social media. Like, my children are there. My profession is there. Like, everything that you need to know is there. And I feel like you really do need to kind of research. Of course, social media is not just this, reliable source. However, I feel like it does give you a indication of the type of person that they are to a certain extent.
That's definitely the one.
I'm being
picky because You corrected me earlier for one.
What did I say? What did I say?
You said indication.
It's not an indication?
You said indication.
An indication.
You said
Okay. Oh, yeah. I did. I accept it. You have to put A-N in front of the word if it has a vowel.
A lot of it's going to get cut out.
Does start with a vowel. You say a lot going to?
It's gonna get cut out.
Okay, cool.
But I'm just being picky because you corrected me earlier.
Okay, like
all this could have been.
I didn't even realize I was just talking.
It's the wine.
But the point is,
and not the.
I feel like you should, regardless of who it is, whether it's me or not, you should put in some type of actual research. You should really kind of get an indication of who that person is. Because I've literally had people start talking to me, and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm finna do this with my daughter," or something like that. And they're like, "Oh, you got kids?"
And then
they're literally right there.
Yeah,
they're literally right there. And the thing is, if I'm not, some people have their preference, and I respect it. Some people don't date single moms. That's cool. That's cool. Do not try to play with me thinking that, oh, okay, she fine. I'm gonna talk to her, even though she's a single mom. Like, I'm just here for one purpose or whatever. No, that's not. Yeah. Don't even do it. Go with somebody else. Like, don't even do it, because it's not gonna be one of those situations where, I don't know. Just when you know who you're dealing with, first off, how to come at them and what to expect. So if you don't know I have children, yeah, you probably gonna think I got time for you to fool with you, et cetera, and so forth and so on. But when you know that, you're going to approach accordingly. And if that's not your preference, if you don't date single moms, if you don't do that, don't try to talk to them just because they look good. That's not fair.
It's not.
That's not right. And people do that. Like, you sitting up here saying, oh, I don't date single moms. Oh, 2, 1, blah, blah, that's my limit. Well, stick with your preference. Stick with your preference. Because trust me, I'm good. Got enough to filter through already. I'm good. Like, I don't need it. So just stick with your preference, because I think it's, people comments and stuff be just real insulting. Just keep that over there sometimes. But yeah, just really do your research and know who you're trying to talk to. Because I'm proud of everything that I have going on. So, and definitely don't come with your pants sagging and your gun and your money. Put your money in the fucking bank. Put it on a bank card. I don't care how much money you have. I don't want to see it. It's not cute. It's not cute.
I put my money in an old Minute Maid bottle.
What's an old Minute Maid bottle?
A bottle of Minute Maid lemonade.
Yeah, how it look?
Don't worry.
like just a bottle? Like,
yeah, it's like a 2-liter bottle. And I put my change in there at the end of the day.
That's change. We talking about money. You know how they walk around with
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but I'm talking about what I do.
But why? I don't.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up? Did you enjoy yourself?
I did. I'm trying to see if there's anything I want to add. I don't have anything. Just make sure you edit it. And matter of fact, because last time, you said you was gonna edit it, and it was supposed to be something that you cut out, but you left it in there.
And then I also said, because you messed up the second time, and I said I can't let you slide.
But still, I asked you to cut it out, and it should have been cut out. Don't.
And you asked me to cut it out.
Because see, y'all asked me to come on this show.
Once you said, once you messed it up, you said
you asked me to drink so I could be comfortable. I'm sorry.
You asked to cut it out.
You asked me to drink so I could be comfortable, and not. He don't make me drink, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's a vibe or whatever. But then you sit up here and you want to put these bloopers up and
like
stuff.
I said,
like,
you asked for it to be cut out.
I care.
And it was gonna,
I care about my grammar.
Out.
I care about my sentence structure. I care about this.
Can I finish? You asked for it to be cut out, and it was gonna be cut out.
And it was.
But then right after I said that, you messed up again. So, and I said I can't let you slide.
I was also drinking that day as well.
Not as much.
Yeah, not as much. No, I had a little bit. And
yeah. But now you drinking.
Yeah.
How many cups of that?
This has always been it. Now I don't know if y'all know, but this has always been hidden. It's decent.
Ain't nobody else here but me. I enjoyed having you again. You're welcome back anytime. Shout out to all our guests that we've been having these past few weeks, because James has been out, and Clyde has had different things going on. Within the next couple weeks, we should be back to our regularly scheduled shenanigans. But we appreciate all our guests for holding it down. And yeah, y'all are welcome back anytime. Go on and drop your socials.
My social security number.
No.
Okay, 427. No, just kidding. Y'all ain't getting it. Anyway, you can follow me on Facebook at Marian Johnson, Marian, and on social media as Mykisha, Mikisha, the THE teacher, TEACHER. Literally every word is spelled correctly.
And the Instagram will be down if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're listening on anything, it'll be in the description. So, you can find it easily if you want to go approach her the right way. But we appreciate you coming. My stuff is 95ISSX. It has been that since before we started the show, and it's gonna continue to be that. Even though last time you said it was hard to remember.
Definitely.
But you just type my name in.
I do because I'm already subscribed, so I'm good, especially on Instagram too. So
You know what I'm saying? Like, the people don't know my name, but everything is on my page. So
yeah.
The name is there, which is why I don't introduce myself every episode, which I don't think I did today.
Nope, you did.
I'm Paul Tuckett Pat. If you know, you know.
Time young nigga getting paid over there on the west side. Word around town, young nigga getting dope. Say he move like a ghost, he just tryna lay low. Word around town, young nigga make a play. That's a word around town, young nigga getting cash. That's a word around town. Say hot, ooh. Get that work, you turn mechanic, make the block move. You don't like fucking with niggas, cause they not cool. And he gon' still kick your shit even if he ain't got shoes. He ain't come to say my shit cause he ain't got shit to prove. And he gon' think about that lick cause he got shit to lose. And he might still fuck that bitch even if she have a dude. He should've signed with Easy J, gotta fuck up attitude. He ever run across the league, gon' do what a battle do. He should've worked for the furniture company, he know how to move shit. They say he gon' make that play if it's a check involved. And he gon' get that bitch no play if ain't no neck involved. He backing but he keep it played up. He stacking up and staying prayed up. He stayed down till he came up. He back from Oakland like a Raider. He was connected like a cable. He couldn't ball at first, he wasn't able. He cut him out cause he feel like he got played on. He see through all that bullshit and he got his shades on. He probably count the bankroll. Word around town, young nigga getting dope. Say he move like a ghost, he just tryna lay low. Word around town, young nigga make a play. That's a word around town, young nigga getting cash. That's a word around town. They say hot, ooh. Get that work, you turn mechanic, make the block move. He don't like fucking with niggas cause they not cool. And he gon' still kick your shit even if he ain't got shoes. He been popping Percocets, he tryna make the pain leave. They killed their partner, word on the street, he tryna make the same scene. He put his problems at their feet, make sure he still right. Word on the street, he got them bad for a cheap price. He know that karma on his ass, so he don't sleep right. He tryna focus on his demons, he been popping addicts. He tryna take care of his people, so he have a trap. He taking pictures with his Nina, he ain't never lacking. Word around town, young nigga getting dope. Say he move like a ghost, he just tryna lay low. Word around town, young nigga make a play. That's a word around town, young nigga getting cash. That's a word around town. They say hot, ooh. Get that work, you turn mechanic, make the block move. He don't like fucking with niggas cause they not cool. And he gon' still kick your shit even if he ain't got shoes.